it. I'll tell you this, what I seen, what I touched, what I felt, what I prodded, was not a mask that was sewn on a bear hide.
The following is part of the news release given to Fox News. Good afternoon. I am Steve Coles, Executive Director of SquatchDetective.com and host of Squatch Detective Radio. I am here with Bob Schmalzbuck, Vice President of Searching for Bigfoot, Incorporated. I have been invited to be a witness of the thawing of the alleged Bigfoot body by the Searching for Bigfoot team. As an independent researcher, it has been SquatchDetective.com's goal to obtain proof positive in all cases when either trying to substantiate a claim or debunk it, so as there is no question to the matter's certainty. Having worked in the past with Searching for Bigfoot, Incorporated, I understand that it has always been their corporate goal to tell it like they see it, as it happens, and when it happens. In my organization's limited involvement with Searching for Bigfoot, Incorporated, it is and has been the goal of both organizations to obtain the truth in this and all matters. On July 9, 2008, Matthew Whitten and Ricky Deer placed a video on YouTube making the claim they had recovered the body of a Bigfoot body. Their website, BigfootTracker.com, also echoed the sentiment. At that time I had doubts and followed the story for 2 weeks when on July 25, 2008 I placed a video response to challenge them to come on to Squatch Detective Radio on July 28, 2008. On July 14, 2008 an article was published where Whitten released a statement to his local newspaper, the Clayton Times-Daily, stating that they had recovered the body of a Bigfoot. The afternoon of July 28, 2008, Ricky Deer asked if I would call him, and after interviewing him using various forensic interviewing techniques, which I had been trained on, I could not get an accurate read on him as I was seeing deception on numerous things, but insisted he had a body in his possession. At one point he asked me who Tom Biscardi was. I immediately surmised, however, their motive was financial. After concluding my 1+ hour long phone call with Deer, I called the CEO of Searching for Bigfoot, Tom Biscardi, and we discussed the matter. We, at that time, decided it best to turn the investigation over to Mr. Biscardi and his team. My involvement in the remainder of the process was as an independent observer. The following are my observations and the facts as I understand and know them. On August 1, 2008, Tom Biscardi traveled to Georgia and on August 2 was given a sample, allegedly, from the corpse, for DNA testing. The DNA was hand-delivered to Dr. Kurt Nelson of Michigan, and a chain of custody of the said sample was maintained from the time it was received from Ricky Deer and Matthew Whitten. On August 4, 2008, both Matthew Whitten and Ricky Deer entered a legally binding contract with Searching for Bigfoot, Incorporated. Recognizing the fact that Searching for Bigfoot had absolutely nothing to do in the demise or storage of the corpse until such time as it was transferred to Searching for Bigfoot for the benefit of scientific study, marketing and promotion. On August 10, 2008, Tom Biscardi received an email from Dr. Nelson that after the amplifications of 2 of the 3 samples, that the size of the DNA was consistent with human/ape DNA. On or about August 12, 2008, Matthew Whitten and Ricky Deer requested an undisclosed sum of money as an advance, expected from the marketing and promotion, and as a good faith gesture of the contract. On August 14, 2008, after signing a transfer receipt for the amount money requested and counting said money, Matthew Whitten and Ricky Deer led the Searching for Bigfoot team to a location and turned over a freezer with something appearing large, hairy, and frozen in ice. On August 15, 2008, Tom Biscardi, Ricky Deer and Matthew Whitten held a press conference at the Cabana Hotel in Palo Alto, California, announcing that the corpse of a creature fitting the description known as Bigfoot had been discovered. A police officer of 7 years, on medical leave, labeled as a hero for being wounded in the line of duty, got up in front of the world and told the world of how he and Ricky Deer uncovered this creature. This has since been proven a lie. It is notable that Rick Deer insisted on this press conference and told Tom Biscardi he would not release the body unless the conference was held on this specific date. On August 16, 2008, the freezer containing the alleged corpse arrived with the Searching for Bigfoot team. I arrived on location at 6 p.m. to provide initial verification, examination, biohazard control, and consult for security measures at the location. At that time, the ice was being thawed slowly without aid, to prevent any decomposition of the alleged corpse. We estimated that the freezer and its contents weighed over 1,500 pounds and it would take several days or longer to thaw completely. On August 17, 2008, Searching for Bigfoot team Director of Field Operations, T.J. Biscardi, and myself were up early to discover that some hair was now exposed. I extracted some from the alleged corpse and examined it and had some concerns. Bob Schmalzbach arrived and concurred. We burned said sample and said hair sample melted into a ball uncharacteristic of hair. At that time we contacted Mr. Biscardi, who gave us permission to begin an expedited melting process. We set up a salamander heater to heat the freezer. Within 1 hour we were able to see the partially exposed head. As I was now able to touch it, I was able to feel that it seemed mostly firm, but unusually hollow in one small section. This was yet another ominous sign. Within the next hour of thaw, a break appeared up near the feet area. As the team and I began examining this area near the feet, I observed the foot, which looked unnatural, reached in and confirmed it was a rubber foot. At that point we immediately contacted Tom Biscardi and advised him of the situation, and he began to take action on his end. Later that day, Tom Biscardi informed us that both Matthew Whitten and Ricky Deer admitted it was a costume. They reportedly agreed to sign a promissory note and admission of what they had done, and set a meeting in their hotel room in California for 8 a.m. on August 17, 2008. At that time I drew up the documents for Mr. Biscardi. On August 17, 2008, Tom Biscardi went to the hotel where Deer and Whitten were staying and found that they had left. At this time action is being instigated against the perpetrators of this fraud. Tom Biscardi asked us to contact you, the press, and share all that we had discovered. The motives behind this fraud are still unknown at this time. It is still unclear why Whitten, who, being a police officer for the Clayton County Police Department in Georgia, got up before the world and lied and was complicit in a scheme to defraud in a felonious manner. At this time the victim of this series of deceptions, Searching for Bigfoot, Incorporated, is seeking justice for themselves and for all the people who were deceived by this deception. Due to this event, people's lives had been disrupted and many people, so wanting vindication about their prior experiences, were hurt. Let us all try to be mindful of such. On behalf of myself, I can say with certainty Matthew Whitten and Ricky Deer are not the best Bigfoot trackers in the world. Thank you. Written by Steve Coles, approved and posted by Jada Bob.
I'll tell you this, what I seen, what I touched, what I felt, what I prodded, was not a mask that was sewn on a bear hide.